Well, it has to do with spaciousness. One, the problem. One, the solution. Taken to a vaster space is zero, because neither exists as the primary reality. It's the oneness again, isn't it? The zero is the oneness. Not one isn't the oneness. It's an element within it. And for those of you that don't recognize the formula, that's a formula in the back of the very ending of the book, The Matter of Mind, which some of my students have been studying quite ardently recently here. I give the formula for creation as 1 + 1 = 0. And I ask people to contemplate that. So here we are. It has to do with spaciousness, because oneness is always more spacious than all the things that occupy that space put together. You see, it's a tricky shift for a lot of minds, because you have to get out of ego. Ego does not understand oneness. It understands me-ness, or my-ness, or I-ness. And to transcend that is the work of a lifetime, maybe several lifetimes. Because the ego is not about to let go of its own devices. It loves it this way. But this is one very good use of internalizing that formula. It isn't linear. And that's the hardest thing, you see, because your minds, your egos, your everything is based in a linear reality. So 1 + 1 = true. It's very linear. Here's one, here's another one. You add them together, you get it's very linear. But when you think about 1 + 1 = 0, there's nothing linear about that at all, is there? And so give yourself over to vaster spaces and greater spaciousness. Put some space around your hearts that are hurting so much right now. Let that space nurture compassion. You see, it's easy to identify with your brothers and sisters in Ukraine. Not so easy to identify with your brothers and sisters in Russia, particularly the one calling the shots. He doesn't seem like your spiritual family, does he? Surely he's not part of the oneness. Well, he's trying not to be part of the oneness, but he can't change it. He's trying very hard to stand out in a way, even if he goes down in flames. He is aware that if he pushes buttons, he won't live. But he feels that somehow that will guarantee him a place in history as the one who did it all. But it might not work out that way. I mean, these are not the kind of decisions that most sane people make. So, but you have to see him. He's part of you, just as are your brothers and sisters in Ukraine, or Yemen, or Somali. They're all your brothers and sisters. So you have to go to a bigger space, because the space that you're currently experiencing, what we call the conventional reality, it has these two separate. There's who I deem to be my family, and then there's those others I don't like, or who are mean or cruel. But if the oneness is, it includes them all. And that's how we can interpret 1 + 1 = 0. There's no I in the oneness. That's the zero. So something to contemplate, yes? Thank you.